Team of the Week 5 was probably the most crap Team of the Week that we have ever gotten in FIFA. There is not a single card over the price of 35k right now. Thankfully, Team of the Week 6 looks like it's going to be a little bit better. Of course, we had a crazy Super Sunday of, football, which was really nice to see. And we also had a lot of really good Saturday games as well. And thankfully, some decent players in FIFA played very well. So we're going to go over the predictions that I think will make an impact on the market and will be like ones that people will actually care about. And then, of course, we're going to go over some investments, which I really like the previous Team of the Week for fodder investments, so make sure you stay tuned because you guys can make a serious amount of coins on those. If you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you guys drop a big thumbs up on the video. It's really much appreciated and it helps the channel grow a ton. And if you guys are enjoying the daily FIFA 22 videos, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on another video. And you help us on our goal to 6k by the end of November. So guys, as you know, I like to only do the predictions on the players that I think are decent, and we're going to start off right here with Sebastian Coates. I know he's not really great. He's got a slower card, but he's an interesting one because I really love his defending stats. He had a goal and a clean sheet this weekend, and with his defending stats are already really high as is. And he's going to be basically 90 defending, which I think is insane. Next up, we have Phil Foden. He had 2 goals, and I really thought Man City were going to have an absolute massacre against Brighton. But, a 3-1 win. Foden had 2 goals, or was it 4-1 win? Regardless, Man City easily won this game. Foden had 2 goals, and I think he's going to get his second inform. I'm really interested in this card. I think he's going to be a really top card because his first inform was really good as well. Joshua King had a hat trick and an upset against Everton. Watford won 5-2. Absolutely ridiculous game. We then have Upamecano, who had 2 assists and a clean sheet, I believe, or man of the match. Regardless, Upamecano looks really likely, and he is a ones to watch, meaning that he will upgrade. And I'm just going to talk about him as an investment right now. It's a little late on him. If you are already invested on him, make sure you guys sell before the Team of the Week comes out. So I like to sell like Wednesday morning when it comes to that stuff. Because, he is very likely to get in, and he's very likely to get an upgrade on a really nice card. He's going to be sick. We then have Matt Hummels, who scored an absolute banging goal this weekend, 1 goal, and I think he's going to be sitting aside Upamecano for a Bundesliga center back partnership. He should be, he's good fodder.
He's good fodder.
Gaia, who had a goal, and it was actually an equalizer, but it seems EA don't care if there's a draw anymore. We've seen multiple times this year where people get into Team of the Week despite drawing. So I do think that Gaia has a really good shout because he did, he is a left back, he got a goal. So, I think he's a good shout to potentially get in. We then had Mason Mount, who had 3 goals and 1 assist. Absolutely destroyed Norwich City. I mean, it was what, 7-0 at the end. Absolutely insane. A nice return game for him. I mean, he's been mixed between injuries and stuff, so it's nice to see him have a really good game. And then we have Aubameyang, who had a goal and an assist in the Arsenal 3-1 win on Friday night. So I do think he has a good shot to get into, and he'll actually be a fun one. He'll be a little bit cheaper, but he's also usable in game because of the 90 pace. So I'll definitely keep an eye out for his card as well. Now, of course, this video is being recorded, Sunday during the day, so there's still a few more games going on. Let me know in the comments who I missed out on and who you want to see in Team of the Week. Alright guys, so let's get into some investments. And first things first, I think this episode, we're actually going to start with the previous Team of the Week before we talk about some investments for the current one that's going to be coming out this week. And the reason why I want to start with this one is because it was a very interesting Team of the Week, to say the least. We had probably the worst one we've ever seen, and our most expensive player right now, I believe, is Roberto Firmino at 30-something K. So we have a Team of the Week where everybody is basically cheap, and there's a lot of good fodder choices. And I think with these cards going out of packs, some of them are going to see some pretty significant rises. And the reason why I kind of think this is we didn't really get too much supply over the week. Realistically, all we had was the 50k packs out of ordinary supply, which was on the Friday. So I do think some of these cards actually have the potential to rise up a decent amount, and we're going to head over to FUTBIN here, and I just want to kind of take a look at this Team of the Week 5 cards heading out, because again, some of them are just very cheap. Now, Bobby Firmino, he's actually, fluctuated a bit. He is up to 45k on the Xbox, but still on 35k for PlayStation. I really do like him as an 86 rated kind of link. And I do think there's going to be some times from now until he goes out of packs where he may rise or may fall a little bit more just due to supply. We still have today's Sunday Foot Champ rewards. We do have, we had Squad Battle rewards come out already too. So we still have a little bit of supply, and I'm sure we'll get a little bit of midweek content coming, especially because it seems that a Halloween promo is coming very, very soon. But as you guys can see, I mean, Firmino on the daily graph has continued to just kind of straight drop right off. So I do think that under 30k is probably a decent buy. However, I definitely would be a little cautious with him because, of course, these cards we've seen can go down a decent amount. Now, I do think that there are a lot better choices in the rest of them. I think Kramaric at 12k is a must buy. Just picking up one of each and storing it in your club is probably a really, really good shout. I think Ilicic is a really good one at 86 rated for 14k. I think Savenir is a great one at 10k discard price. Chilwell, if you can get it like 10k, 11k, is a great buy as well. Ginter, about at like 13k, is a great buy. And Suarez at 10k is a good buy. And I do think Jude Bellingham's not a bad shout either. I think he's a very popular player, so picking one up at discard, storing him in your club is a really good shout. With someone like Serge Gnabry, I don't know. I don't really like him. I don't think many people are going to use him. I'd personally stay away from him. I mean, he is 86 rated, but again, you have like someone like Ilicic that's that low. It just kind of makes sense to buy. Ogbonna as well, a discard I think is a good one. Right here, a discard's a good one. And Ansu Fati, maybe picking one up is not a terrible shout either, just because Ansu Fati he's Ansu Fati. A lot of people used him, but that one's a little more risky, of course. Either way, I do expect a lot of these cards to end up rising. A lot of the fodder ones eventually will be up in price, but I would be cautious when you're buying. I think probably buying the final day before Team of the Week is a good idea, because there is leaked in the code that there is a Team of the Week pack coming out. So you might see some more panic on these cards, but if you do buy them at discard price, obviously there's no risk because they can't go any lower. So really just stick to the discard price ones, and then of course wait a little bit before you go in on any of the bigger ones. Now moving on to the current Team of the Week, there's not too many cards that really interest me. Obviously we have some potential good ones like, Mount and Foden again, and even, Aubameyang. But in my opinion, I don't know if it's going to be really worth investing in any links for them. And of course, with EA's current selection, we don't even know if all three of them would get in. Foden does look likely to get a Team of the Week kind of 2 card. He had a decent game week as we went over, but one coming at like center forward or cam I think could be a really good shout. Maybe people start linking some City players to them. We saw Phil Foden's first inform card. He was a decent price. He was over 100k for a decent amount of time. So I do think a second inform could be a really good shout for some potential link investments, because the first one is really good and people were throwing them into their team. But personally, I just don't see many, investments that are worth getting into with linking these current Team of the Week cards. And the only thing that really is going to interest me is probably, buying them as fodder. Now, of course, let's talk a little bit about buy and sell, because I do get a lot of questions actually on these Team of the Week videos throughout a week. If you guys are to pack one of the Team of the Week cards, sell them right away, because of course over the weekend and over the week they're in packs, they always go down. When you are looking to buy, it looks like Sunday is probably the best time. However, of course, this time around with the current Team of the Week and packs and stuff, we do have a potential Team of the Week SBC coming, so just kind of be aware of that before buying. I really think it's only safe buying the discard ones right now. Of course, what I recommend is obviously not filling your transfer list with them. I mean, you can do that if you're not really actively trading, but I always like to just pick up a couple, store them in my club, and then eventually, in a couple weeks time, they'll be up in price once we start seeing them go up. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up. Check out this recent video right here to learn, just some other safe investments that you can do, of course. And until next time, guys, peace.